It reloads. I have to assume it's working. Okay. Twitch? Hello? Let me get into... There we go. There we go. Okay. Plug that back in. It's been a while. We're gonna make that. Or at least attempt to. The lighting situation is a little wonky though. That should work. He's small. Hopefully I'm loud enough. I guess I'll find out. Everything's fine. It is almost 1-for-1 if I hold it in the right place. Let's go about here. Be better. Finally found these. I was looking for it. Is it too loud? There we go. Why are you so tiny, chat? Why far art thou? There we go. How quiet it has to be. Thought I'd lost this wire. It was really just sitting next to me the whole time. I'm trying not to make huge flowers because the only other styrofoam ball I have is this one. And while I think that would be 1-for-1 for the game, I don't think that's what we want. Okay, hold on a sec. There we go. I should have checked this one. Mike checked it. Small makes it better and easier to store. Can confirm. I can't believe the month's almost over. And I feel like I haven't done any new... I haven't really done any new flowers. I think I've only done like 2 so far. 3? There was technically one new one. I did a couple from Farm Together, and there's a couple ones that have not been shown off yet, so. I think maybe that small. So we're gonna try and make it. One of my bulbs is going in my overhead light. Sort of like change it. Or I don't have any spares, so I had to make this thing, the upper lamp, closer. Something a little bit more rounder. I have a feeling I cut that too small. Oh well. Square enough. There you go. Nom 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 nom. There we go. Hello, Darkness Dimitri. We're chill today. More Fatal Frame Thursday. I haven't done any flower streams in a while. There's so much here. So I found this flower on a game I haven't heard of. I'm gonna cut it first before we stick it in there. It's called Immortal Life. It's a life sim, agricultural sim. But it's like, what's the genre? What's it called? Oh, no, I can't think of it. Hold on, let me look this up. So I want to get this right. Who wrote this? Jin Yong. Genre. Wuxia. There we go. It's a wuxia. It looks very wuxia. The only thing I can think of right now that's modern enough is Where Winds Meet, which I believe is like wuxia inspired. You know, so like well, I know Jin Yong from Heaven Star Dragon Saber. Yeah, I probably may not. I don't know how many we're gonna get done today. It's gonna get sticky though. Glue. Okay. No, my glue is blocking my... Glue is blocking my, my tea. Alright. But yeah, it's like Immortal Life is like a wuxia-inspired-esque, like, farming agricultural sim. Which is kind of wild, because I'm kind of shocked that there aren't more of these. It looks cute. I don't know if it's all out yet, though. I was just looking up crops in video games. I haven't looked at anything in Hello Kitty Island Adventure. When does Resident Evil Requiem come out? Because that's when I'm gonna post the Resident Evil herbs I've made over the years. When does that come out? Yeah, just tired from work. Yeah, I hear ya. There we go. Now it looks more like a flower. Although it looks more like a globe in that, but you know. Accuracy is only for when I wanna. Open up! A lot of games are coming out. I found out, because I wasn't paying attention, so it kind of broke my heart. If I want to get Fatal Frame for the Switch, I gotta get a Switch 2. Which, I'm like, dang, I don't have a Switch 2, and I wasn't planning on getting a Switch 2 anytime soon. So I want to wait for a bundle. I'm kind of hoping there'll be like a Splatoon Raiders bundle, because that'd be kind of cool. My last Switch is a Animal Crossing Switch. Actually, my DS was an Animal Crossing DS. My Wii U was the Wind Waker Wii U. I like having, like, the collaboration special ones. The 3DS that I've always wanted a Monster Hunter DS, 3DS. That would have been cool. Oh, Game Pixels posted something. I saw my notifications on my... just went off. So I don't know what I'm gonna do, because I want to get the pre-order bundle. We're gonna get everything on Steam. I've already got it pre-ordered. The husband bought it for me for my birthday. We got like the super deluxe $80 version. So At the very least, when I stream, we'll have everything. But I kind of want everything for my... Is it possible to have, like, more than one... There's a way to have more than one... You can sign on with more than one account on a Switch. Can't you? Naughty? Hold on. Where is this gonna open this up? Is this gonna open it up in Firefly? Yeah, it is. Yeah, it's fine. It's accept only necessary. No, I don't want a chatbot. Go away. Why do you have a chatbot? Firefox? POS. Anyway. So, I mean, like, if I can sign in and then, like, buy it for my account, because it's going to be digital. I can do that, right? I haven't... Like, I really want it. But I also don't want to just buy a fucking, like, Switch 2 right out of the blue, because I want a special one. So I don't know what I'm going to do. I don't know. I'm definitely gonna play it on Steam, that looks lighter. If I use, like, this color for the rest of it, then I want a lighter green. So let me... I don't have much of these left. I mean, I have a stash, but I don't have very much in this stash yet. What do we got? We got this kind of green, we got this kind of green, that kind of green, and that kind of green. There's only 4 kinds of green in this. Technically 5 if we count this. So, hold on. Not sure about entire accounts, multiple profiles. Yeah, that's what I thought. I'll look into it. If I have to live without all of the super special stuff, mumble, mumble, grumble, grumble. We shall see. Okay, I just wanted to be able to see. I'm putting that on my keyboard. If my keyboard starts making funny... Like, everything's too... Maybe we don't do crepe paper. Maybe we do tissue paper. What do I have in tissue paper? I've got that. And I've got that. I got holly leaves for no reason. Is that the same? Yeah, that's the same. So, I don't know. I'll find out. I'll figure it out. If I can only get it for... Yeah. I was planning on Hyrule Warriors for the Switch 2. I was planning on getting that on his Switch anyway, so I could play it twice. I don't know. None of this seems to match this, is my concern. So maybe we don't. I mean, like, I can cannibalize a flower I've got off to the side. What do I got in this? What do we got over here? That looks darker. I like Hyrule Warriors. It activates the lizard brain in me. Press buttons, make combos go. I was a huge fan of... Let's see, that goes in the other direction, I feel like. I feel like that's for, like, the rest of the leaves. But I want to use crepe paper for the leaves, though. I really like Hyrule Warriors. I'm like 99%... Or no, I think 100%'ed the original... Not the original, but the... Age of Calamity. I like 99%'ed that. I think there's like one mission left I haven't done, because I haven't been able to get back because I got hardcore back into Animal Crossing. I just like pressing buttons and doing combos. I'm a big Musou game fan, and they're like easy Musou games. Musou games are kind of fun. I just turn my brain off, and off I go. I don't know. I like have no... You still need to finish that game? Yeah. I haven't played the original Hyrule Warriors. I do want to. They released a version of that for the Switch, did they not? I believe they did. I feel like they did. I've never played the original one. I've only played Age of Calamity. My favorite character in there was Mipha. She had some sick-ass combos. And I think I have, like, I have like a video where I'm like Link and I take on a form of Calamity Ganon and I stun lock the motherfucker for a combo for 75% of his health. It was sick. That game makes me really feel like I am Link. Because of course he would just wade into a whole bunch of bokoblins and just fucking ace them all. That's funny as hell. I am frustrated. Let me pull that out. Ugh, I do not want to use tissue paper. I really don't. I really don't. Okay, I got one last... Hold on. Do I still have... See... It is looking like a no. But maybe we can fake it. Coffee filters. They hold their form. That's what I used to make a lot of flowers out of. We'll have to color it though. With what? It's too dark. But I don't think I have enough in Nile Green. Hold on. I want to get my desk, but you know. I'm getting a new desk at some point. We could paint it, but it's going to take forever to dry. I may give up on this endeavor. Let me see on the back. Ugh. Ugh. No. I don't like that. But, like I said, I have a flower I can cannibalize from. Just pull it out. I made this. I'm gonna remake this one. It's all janky. It's a flower from Flower Town. Does anyone remember the Street Pass games? I was a huge fan of the Flower Town game on the 3DS, when you just street pass people. Oh my god, come off! There we go. Medic. Okay. I've always wanted to remake that flower anyway. Dusty. Alright. We could probably cut a bunch. Instead of a circle, we'll just have to attach them. Alright. They're all glued, I think, at this central point, so we'll just... up and around. There we go. You've been freed! No, you haven't. Sure. Oh my god, now my phone is blowing up. Open up! Okay, here we go. Okay. I think if we just, you know... Oh, hold on. You know what we could do is do them, like, in pairs. All around. Yeah, I think I can do that. I think that's more doable. It doesn't matter what it's gonna look like underneath, in my opinion. Alright, that looks like it has something. How much needs to be under here? Oh... Alright, let's do a test. Gotta make sure to have... I always gotta remember to keep my hands on screen. If I do this, and then we fold you in half, snip, and we do this, right? Oh, yeah, maybe. Hold on. Just gotta coax you down. I think that's doable. We just have to make them smaller. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think it's like 6 plus 2. 8-ish. Alright. I don't have a bajillion of these to do this with, but it doesn't mean we can't try. There we go. We just have to glue it underneath. There we go. I think what I want to do is make it a little bit more leaf-shaped. Oh, like a... having lunch with somebody tomorrow, and they are texting me about what we might be doing for said lunch. And I should really be observant. Okay, hang on. I'm looking! I'm sorry! Where are you? Oh my god, that's hella cute. They went out thrifting, and there was... okay, look at how cute this is. I would want this! That's adorable! Oh my god, that's adorable. That's very doc-coded. Because I'm OC-pilled. What did I just do with the thing I cut? Oh no! Uh-oh. Oh, okay, here. Alright, okay, how about it's starting to rip? It's fine, it's the test, one. Alright, let's take a look. You know, that's not bad. I think the leaves need to be much more narrow, though. I think what I might do is we're gonna cut them at the base, maybe? Like this. Okay. We'll do this. And then that. I'm gonna have to cut new ones. But I think we got a general shape. Le general. Yeah. I think that's doable. So let's just, let's make them models. Okay. I'm gonna do this. And we'll just cut out like 8 of them and see how they look. So, recent news of video games that are gonna be coming out, besides Fatal Frame, which I'm like fucking jazzed over. You know, we're gonna have so much fun playing that game, like for real. I don't know if I'm gonna get Resident Evil. If I do, I won't play it on stream because number 1, I suck, but number 2, oops, that was not what I wanted to do. Whoops. Okay. We've got plenty. Let's do it this way then. We'll cut it better. Legacy of Kain. This game will date me, but I am so jazzed that we're gonna get Legacy of Kain Defiance. Mostly because, oh my god, 60 frames a second, because that game really struggled on the PlayStation to hold 60 frames a second when you had like more than one enemy. It was Musou adjacent. You would get jumped by like 4 people. Alright, how do you look? Okay. I like that. Alright, I kind of like that. And if I were to just... whoop. Yeah, I think we'll just put however many I can fit. I kind of like that. That looks good to me. What are you sending me, husband? just gonna narrow it just a smidge. There we go. There we go. Just a smidge. Can I salvage you? Does not appear I can. Okay, you, to quote Raziel, and you go to Oblivion. I hear it's a nice place. Just ask. Oh god, now I don't remember. Molag Bal? Oh, I didn't play Oblivion. If I were to play an Elder Scrolls, it would be probably the first one. Although, to be completely honest, I was planning on playing Elder Scrolls 6, but I don't think that's coming out before of my firstborn child. Which isn't even in the oven yet, you know? I do want to play an Elder Scroll game. Just once. Just like I keep saying I'm gonna play Fallout. We haven't. I was just gonna do the character creator, to be completely honest. I don't know. But yeah, I'm really jazzed. I've been reading up on Legacy of Kain recently because I was just like, you know, I'm kind of curious as to how things are. Ben Lincoln doing God's work for years, running The Lost World. Let's do a couple of darker ones. These look a little darker. Hold on, I have the bounding box on chat on and it's driving me nuts. Okay. Yeah, I just... One of the head lead artists, is this David Kabuko? Daniel Kabuko? Well, he was one of the lead designers on the original game. You know, and he was, for a while, releasing some art. I missed the train on his, he had a Patreon. He doesn't have it anymore, it doesn't look like. Where he was, like, posting art. Maybe this only matters to me because I may be the only Legacy of Kain fan on stream tonight. But he drew some thirst trap, like, vampires, like, some of, like, Raziel and his brothers, and I was very confused. I was like, where did this art come from, and why is Rahab so hot? Which I wish I could, you know, give you more context, but we haven't played Soul Reaver yet. If I were to play, I would love to play the Legacy of Kain games on stream. That's a not now, me kind of a thing. Mostly because, for some reason, the remake will not run on this rig, the stream rig. It runs just fine on my living room rig. We have a PC in the living room that my husband and I use for various activities, like playing Monster Hunter together in the same room, or Helldivers. We play Helldivers together. We haven't played. Why are these increasingly getting bigger? Am I overcutting? What's going on here? Okay. It runs it just fine. I tried running it on here and it crashes the damn thing. And I've tried everything, you know, clearing caches and everything. I'm under the impression that the game is somehow sabotaged from working on a machine that is running Windows 10. Because that is what is currently running on this. Because I don't want Gemini. I don't want AI tools. They're dumb and stupid, and we're gonna run out of water because of them, and I hate it. I hate living here. So, whether or not if we were to play Legacy of Kain, if I can't get the remake running on this, it's entirely possible maybe I would run it off the PlayStation because, and actually I can show you guys. I have joined the realm of good game streamers. I am holding an Elgato capture card. Because we've been running... I'm almost afraid to unplug it, because if I unplug it, it's gonna mess something up for Thursday, but... I'm gonna unplug it anyway, so you guys can see it, okay? Okay, I turned it off because I unplugged it. This is what we've been running my retro shit on. The PlayStation, and I tried running the Xbox on it, and the Xbox has audio skips. think I mentioned that last week. This is what I've been using for my capture card. It's coming to the end of its life, I think. Oh, I also streamed my Switch off of this, and it also had problems. So, we're gonna be saying goodbye to that after this, unless I completely fucked it over. We're gonna be saying goodbye to it after Thursday. It served me well enough, but it is time to have technology that doesn't require me to look at an English-styled manual to figure out what's wrong with my picture. So, that's a thing. If I wanted to play Legacy of Kain, I could theoretically just run it off of my PlayStation, because that's how I played all the games. And if there's something I want to say, I grew up with Square Enix. Caveat. I grew up with Square Enix. I am a huge Final Fantasy fan. I love Final Fantasy. I think Final Fantasy 15 got the shaft. I think 16 got the shaft. 16 is an excellent game, and had it not come out with Baldur's Gate, everybody sleep with everybody else because you're all horny sons of bitches, I think it would have had a chance. And if Forspoken didn't exist. I'm a little pissed off about Forspoken. But I will never forgive Square Enix. Square Enix, who has given us wonderful single-player titles with rich and varied and often very complicated storylines. For whoever was in charge of Crystal Dynamics stuff to take a look at Legacy of Kain and say, that story's too convoluted, we're too lazy to figure it all out, we don't want to ask Amy Hennig to come back and help doctor the baby back and work miracles. We're gonna make a live service game that didn't last and was about a period of time in this time travel game that means absolutely nothing. Yes, I'm still bitter about Nosgoth, and I always will be. I'm so mad about Nosgoth. Dark Prophecy! We could have had Dark Prophecy. We could have had a mid-fledgling Kain. Handsomer and more monstrous than he was in Blood Omen 2. We don't talk about Blood Omen 2, but we have to talk about Blood Omen 2. I'm just a little bitter. Just a tad. That Square had to do that. And I know it wasn't like Square, it was like the people who are taking over the Crystal Dynamics, so the failure portion. And yet y'all put your eggs in the basket for Forspoken. I'll never forgive you. I may love Final Fantasy VII Remake and Rebirth, but I will never forgive you for Nosgoth. Never. Anyway. What was I saying? Anyway, artwork. There's some sexy artwork that shouldn't exist of Raziel's brethren, in my opinion, that I had the pleasure of looking at last night. Also, he was... hold on. Real Captor Chikarmari. Okay. Let me find a picture of this. He photoshopped this great picture. Legacy of Kain, Raziel, DJ. Let me see if that pulls it up. Damn it. There is somebody named DJ Raziel. I have to admit, sir, I've never heard Afro House. Dude, you sound like you make boss-ass music, but you're not what I'm looking for. Impossible! I don't see it on an image search! Why is there My Little Pony art? This is a fun stream tonight already. Why is there more than one? Okay, Chippy's kissing, I'm okay with. That's fine with me. Oh, hell, dude! Is that a Seraphim Raziel cosplayer with a heart of... That's sick! Who are you? Supereffective.uk. Supereffectivecode.uk. I can't read the rest. Okay, I'm just... Wait, hold on. Save as. I'm just gonna save you. That is a sick-ass fucking picture. I will have to show it sometime. Don't make me go to the fandom website for it. Anyway, there's like this great picture of like Raziel that he photoshopped doing a DJ set. I for years thought that was like done by a fan. No, the original artist actually did that. As like, not official art, but like official art. And it was like my forum sig. I don't know how old some of you guys are. I used to be on a forum. It's kind of like Discord, but not. My friend ran a forum, and that was my forum sig, was DJ Raziel, and it said, like, it just had that picture, and then the words wiki scratch, wiki wiki scratch. I don't know if I still have that picture, because it would be on my laptop, not my PC. God, that image must be like 20-some years old. Legacy of Kain, appreciation stream. Dang it! Why aren't you sticking? I forgot how temperamental, when it came to glue, coffee filters can be. I need something not sticky. Oh, wait, I got something. Here we go. Oh, okay. There we go. Cool. How we looking on the top view? Looking okay. Alright. Anyway, I'm jazzed to see that there's going to be some love for Legacy of Kain Defiance because that had a very superior battle system. You know, it's like it's the last game that we've had that, and all I want, I don't know who's in control of what we've got. All I've ever wanted was there's a couple mysteries, and again, you will only know this if you played Legacy of Kain. Number 1, I need to know if Kain defeats the Elder God. Okay. Gets rid of the Elder God, siphoning souls. Number 2. Do I care about the Hilden? No. Number 2. How does Vorador have a head after he was beheaded in Blood Omen 2? I heard from, you know, interviews with Amy and the artist that purportedly you were supposed to revive Vorador in Legacy of Kain Defiance. So, there is an answer. It is a thing that happens. Number 3. If you solve all the time paradoxes and get rid of, like, the Elder God, do you still have to put the Soul Reaver back in Avernus Cathedral? It looks like we're gonna have to... Wait, no. We can scoot them. It's wet still. Let's scoot your boots. Skadoodle your doodles. I need to fit 2 more. Okay. How does the Soul Reaver get back into Avernus Cathedral for Kain to find? There's a lot of time travel shenanigans. I understand it's complicated, but that was what we loved about the game. And you could never make me hate it. Those are the big mysteries that I need to know the answers to. Because I figured out what happened. I think I figured out what happens to Janos at the end of Defiance, because it loops into the beginning of Blood Omen 2. But what happens after him after that is what I want to know. Did the Hilden invade? Can we kill the Hilden? Maybe the Hilden were right. I don't know. Anyway, none of this makes any sense if you've never played the games, but they were a big formula part of my young adulthood and late high school. Because the games came out in like 2005 or something? Or 2003, I think is when Defiance first came out. It was 2003. I love those games. Everybody loved Raziel. Everybody loved Kain. He was like everyone's favorite, like, anti-hero. And then how quick you forgot about him. I did hear he was in like a recent, like, as a DLC, he was in like a Tomb Raider. That was interesting. I don't know. I don't know why, I don't know how, but okay. Anyway, I'm looking forward to that. I don't. We don't talk about that little Metroidvania game that's purportedly set and has something to do with the comic. We don't talk about that. No, it doesn't exist. I didn't see anything for it. There we go. That's not too bad. My home phone is ringing. We don't answer the home phone. And we don't talk about Bruno. Just thought you should know. It's getting somewhere. I will curl the leaves once it dries because I don't want to do it beforehand. Alright. So let's tidy up a little bit because I'm running out of room. I haven't answered all your questions. He, they, it just did that. Amy told me herself and it's fine now. Don't worry. Amy did work, okay? We don't talk about how awesome Amy Hennig was to resolve a lot of the things that were happening when they branched off to do Soul Reaver 2 and Blood Omen 2. We don't talk enough about how she was able to reconcile a lot of the stuff that was happening because the teams weren't talking to each other, I think. They were definitely not in parallel development, except they were in parallel development, if you catch my drift. Why are you calling the house phone? I can't answer. I think I want to maximize using scraps instead of cutting new stuff. Oh my god, can you guys hear the phone going? It's probably the blood donation guys, because they heard me talking about vampires again. They were like, vampires, please give us your blood. And I'm like, I can't right now. I'm very much diabetic and I want to get that more under control. Alright. Y'all don't want my blood, it's too sugary. The mosquitoes will like you too much. Right? If you're diabetic, do mosquitoes go after you more? I heard, but I don't know if that's just like a myth. So how do I want to do these? I think like we did yesterday. What I did is I cut two and I just attached them. Yeah, maybe we do that. Okay, how many do we have? 1, 2, 4, 6, 8. So yeah, okay. What they're really trying to teach you, reach you about my car's extended warranty. I don't got an extended warranty. That car is like a 2013 Toyota Corolla. Also, you have no idea, maybe you can see the logic of that they would, but I don't know. Yeah, I know. I don't know. Anyway, I'm hype. It sucks that the quote-unquote new game is going to be that platformer, Metroidvania-esque kind of a thing. I don't know. Maybe it could be proven wrong. I'm not a very big fan of Metroidvanias. I'm dumb. I don't like backtracking, which is why I don't normally play a lot of old-school Resident Evils. I like Resident Evil. I just suck at them. Like, if I'm gonna play Resident Evil, I'm gonna have to play on assisted living mode because, I have no aim. I will play on easy with assisted living mode. If that's what we're gonna get out of it. And I have no shame in that. But Dio, you played Splatoon? Yeah, badly. I play a heavy Splatling. You hold down and charge for 2.5 seconds and it continuously fires for 2.5 seconds. It cost 1/3 of my tank to fire this gun for 2.5 seconds. Anyway. I don't think it's 2.5. I don't actually know. It feels like 2.5. 2.5 hold, 2.5 let go. I don't actually know the fire rate of a heavy Splatling. I just know that I like it because if I don't hit you in the entire time I'm spraying, then I deserve to die. That's just... I have no illusions about how good at that game I am. I'm not good at that game. I would love to be able to use a charger. I suck at chargers. I would love to be a good charger. I actually had illusions at one point of learning how to dynamo. Because I was like, I can use a greatsword. I'm patient. And then at some point when I was... Okay, I gotta figure out what's going on here. Tri-stringer and end zapper. Though, yeah, End Zapper though. End Zapper hits like a truck though. I do not want to get in a fight with an. These are too small. These are way too small. I don't know how. I mean, I guess. I love how the artwork looks like it's coming from the back. I always lose fights with End Zappers, but you know who I always lose fights also with? Flingzas. Because one of my mods in the chat is a very fair Flingza. A very aggressive Flingza. I think what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna glue them. I used to dually main. I was a dually main. I was an end parry, splat dually main. I got really good at dodging and sneaking into places because my friend Choco is a splooshomatic, and his #1 priority was just getting into people's spawns and being the most annoying person in the world, and he taught me how to fire under pressure. My favorite map in Splat 2 was Port Mackerel. I really liked Port Mackerel. I think they're too thin. I don't know, maybe. But yeah, I used to dually main, and then I was just like, I would really like dualies. Like, my set of dualies, they had a good fire rate. The end parries had a good fire rate. You could dodge, you know, a good amount of time, and the cooldown for the dodges wasn't bad. It had curlers. I loved curlers because you can cook them, you can use them to get through places, you can drop them behind you, cook them. You know, they had a lot of really good applications. I used to throw them around corners. Nobody liked that. Well, nobody that wasn't on my team liked that. I wouldn't like that, but it worked. And then it had the jet, which, you know, I got up to you can get up to cool places, before it would run out. You know, I got pretty good at it, but I was like, you know what I would like? I would like Splashdown with my M-Parry dualies. And then by the time the M-Parry dualies came out with Splashdown and curlers, I was so... I completely lost all of the ability that I used to. I think I peaked halfway through the Splatoon 2 updates, you know. I feel I peaked. And I just switched over to being more of a support with a heavy that I completely... I have touched those dualies. I have tried them. They are absolutely phenomenal. I love them. They're my dream kit. I just never switched over. And I feel really bad because that's all I ever wanted when I was younger at my peak. I need to get back into the game because I miss it. I also miss Salmon Run. I really like Salmon Run. That's because I'm a masochist. My friend, Caustic Acid, is a huge fishmonger. They are my go-to senpai. Yeah, being sneaky is fun, though. Can categorically confirm streamer is lying, does not always lose to Flingza's source. I am the mod. She has kicked my ass several times. Nah, dude, you've been playing more often than I have. I don't know when the last time you touched it. But yeah, I mean, I only kick your ass now because I'm a filthy Hydra user. You used to kick my ass more when I used to be a dually main. Big Run coming next month? Ooh. I actually will come back for Big Run. I should come back for Big Run. That is the only mode besides, like... I feel like, what do you call it? The side order tower runs? Those two modes are the only ones where I feel like I know how to use a charger. Just something about... I have better aim when it's not a person. I don't know if that translates to everybody. Like I said, I am actually I'm not good. Do not let anybody tell you that I'm any good at that game. I really like the Squid Game, I'm just terrible at it. I played a lot more when I was working on the catalog. Yeah, I've seen all of your stories. I also do really like using Booyah Bomb, but my reflexes are low, so I have to rely on people to booyah back because I am old. And the faster it comes out, the faster it helps you. That's what I'm saying. Booyah back, because I'm old. Please! Please booyah back. I am old. I don't have that Hudson Soft clicker thumb anymore. I've been busy rinsing old arcade games. That's true. You have been playing a lot of shmups lately. Which is also impressive because I'm also not very good at shmups. I just know that when Fatal Frame, like, 2 comes out, I'm gonna be so insufferable about it. But Thursday, we should be on track to finishing with the Hellish Abyss ending, because then we'll be able to see the Psy, boss fight, which, I suck at, so we might die a couple times. But you'll be able to see the other bad ending. And then, I wish, maybe we'll watch it on... Oh, well, no, hold on. There is a chance maybe the Elgato will play better with the Xbox. If the Elgato plays nice with the Xbox, and I might stay up late tomorrow to try that. I'm going on a lunch... I think I said that earlier. I'm going on a lunch run with someone tomorrow, so I won't be able to do too much R&D, but if the Elgato works on the Xbox, we may switch over to... No, we're not. Because in order for me to get that ending, I have to beat it on Fatal Mode, and Fatal Mode, I'm a little out of practice for Fatal Mode. Anyway. You should get back into Splat. You miss it. Better to split your time between score running and Splat. Surprise. Yeah, with surprise, motherfucker. Yeah, don't worry. You've never been good at video game in your life. Ha ha ha. Oh! Oh, the husband said something that was Suda51, like, aimed at, and I was, like, so mad because it was, like, it was a true statement, and I'm mad about it because I can't remember what the statement was. And I was like, I'm gonna tell Decon what you said, and I didn't tell him when I heard it. But it was something like, he writes the same kind of hero, which is something along the lines of... Oh, I can't for the life of me remember what he said. I'm angry. But I was just like, no, Fatal Frame 4, and then I rethought it, and I was like, no, wait, he is doing that. No, that's not the final no, actually, he does. Fucking hell! It's something along the lines of... Ordinary guy gets sucked into something with a girl who is like chasing a girl who eventually becomes the final boss. Something along those lines. And I was like, no, that's not Chishira. And I was like, no, he is chasing a girl. He's chasing Ruka. Oh, but she's not the final boss. No, but he does come in clutch in the final cutscene to actually beat the final boss, and I was pissed. I was so mad. How dare you? Alright, I'm gonna glue some of these. Hold on. I think my glue dried up. Yeah, that's a little too dry for what I need, so I need to refill that. Then again, you know, I don't know how many Suda51 games my husband has played, because I know that's certainly not Fire Pro Wrestling. Am I too young to be making Fire Pro Wrestling jokes? Are these too big? Well, let's get it on, and then I'll put it on. Not get it on. I'm gonna put it on and see what it looks like. Oh, that's too much. That's too much. That's too much. Okay. Okay, at the risk of not going too spoilery, because I know, so you're gonna keep it vague. It's okay to spoil it, to be honest. I wouldn't be mad. I would not be mad. He said there's an exception to the rule. And then he said the exception to the rule. So if it's what I think it is, then I know how it ends. It's not every time, but it has happened more than once, so the husband is kind of right. I mean, he was right on the most technical sense. for Fatal Frame 4. And I'm mad about that. How about that? I hope you're laughing because I was so pissed. I was so pissed. I was like, how dare you? And then I thought about it and I was like, fuck, you're right. I know he was talking about one game in particular. I know what game he's talking about in particular. And I can kind of see another one. Like, I kind of know a story element of a different one. And then my only other experience is Fatal Frame 4. So, you know, that's 3 whole fucking games, so that's more than 2. Anyway, I was just thinking, it's almost, it's almost March, which sucks because I haven't done any moving for my room at all, and the whole we're getting new windows situation is kind of like freaking me out. Because I have to move this entire desk, and I don't think I can move my bed, but like my desk and two side pieces of things. Okay, what I think I'm gonna do is we're gonna curl the leaves. I always think, yeah, you know, I'm gonna get more than one flower done. Looks at clock. It's been 1 hour and I'm not even done with this one. There's got a couple of exceptions to the rule. Killer 7! Yeah, see, I was like... There's a story element about No More Heroes that qualifies for partially what he's saying. Yeah. And you know what game he's talking about? Yeah. You might. I might. I have to look. Anyway. He may have, like, when he comes home, he should be home any second. He'll tell me. It's the problem when you date a, what do you call it, a librarian. And you know, okay, first week of March, we're getting the floor done. Okay, now here's the hard part. I need to get my pliers for this, because this is at a, like, almost a right angle, so we're gonna bend it. We're gonna bend it now. And the reason why we want to bend it now is so, I can space this out better. Okay. We might have to put a dab of glue underneath. Oh. Please, 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 please. Please don't. Sounds like he's home. Okay. Alright. Yeah, I think that's... I think we're in the right neighborhood. Okay. Are you home? Yep. Okay. Alright. What was that thing you said about Suda games? Huh? The hero always encounters a girl who's like out of his league, or he's chasing her, okay, and then at the end he has to fight her as the final boss. Yes. What did you say?
I said that, you know, a Suda game usually involves a guy falling in love with a girl.
Okay.
Who is usually out of his league, who just appears out of fucking nowhere. Right?
Are you guys hearing this, chat? Okay.
And, you know, he ends up being separated by her, has to go through this long, you know, Suda's hero's journey, shall we say.
Right.
To, you know, like, find her and save her.
Right.
Only to end up having to fight her, usually to either save his own life or to save her from herself.
Okay, there you go. It was a lot shorter than that, but yes. Yeah,
that's basically the you know, the arc of most of Suda's games.
And I don't have a problem with that, except that he doesn't fall in love with... Okay, Choshiro is chasing a girl who is the object of his affection, his unrequited love for Ruka's mom. Yeah. And then at the very end, in the last cutscene, he defeats the final boss, even though he wasn't there. So, I mean, he still qualifies.
Yes.
In a...
Yes, absolutely.
And I'm so mad.
think of it this way: most of Suda's, protagonists don't really get the girl at the end.
Oh, that was what it was. Yeah, and doesn't get the girl in the end.
Yeah.
Yes.
However, you could also argue that this is Suda's own sort of weird postmodern version of like the courtly romance.
I hate how I like that.
Yeah.
I hate how I like that. I don't know. Suda's hero's journey, aka an hour of him telling you why urban redevelopment sucks. He doesn't have to tell me that.
Oh, also don't forget Pro Wrestling.
Yes, but we were talking about Fire Pro Wrestling and none of that happens. He commits suicide. That's the outlier.
Well, because in Fire Pro Wrestling, the woman is wrestling itself.
Yeah, I guess in Fire Pro Wrestling, the wrestling is the woman himself. Yeah. Anyway. I did think of that. I don't know. Did you guys get most of that? I like that. Anyway, what was I saying? Why are we on this tirade? It's just like, oh, it was like that. It's like that that thread of like, I didn't know Kojima. I thought we saw Kojima was gay. Hideo Kojima was gay. I'm just curious, what gave you that impression? Metal Gear Solid. Not wrong. Not wrong. There are days in my life where I look back and I think, I'm really glad that we never got Silent Hills. And we got Death Stranding instead, because I much prefer Death Stranding. Anyway, I have no plans for dinner. You're gonna starve.
Okay, well, I figure I'm gonna scrounge for something, and then after you're done, we'll go scrounge for something again.
Okay. Are these getting too big? We haven't curved it yet. In Fire Pro Wrestling, the woman is wrestling some shit. Someone in a forum actually would theorize about Suda KFC. You know what? We'll take that. Are we incorrect? No, we're not. Anyway. Man, we are all over the place today. Oh, and also, every day I grow closer to, the betting pool grows closer to, is Dio/Diz's first Valve game going to really be Left 4 Dead or TF2? We are inching ever closer to the TF2 people actually winning. What? You cosplay from this game and you've never played it? Hell no! I suck at Splatoon! What makes you think I'd be good at TF2? That one's too big. I think I'm gonna have to cut it. Can I pull you down? Okay.
I don't know, I think something about Mara and guns might...
How dare you! Scout is a twink! That is the farthest thing from Bara!
You're telling me that Heavy and Medic is Bara?
No, I'm saying Heavy it is, but I'm trying to say that the whole game isn't Bara. There's a twink. Somebody clip that. I need someone to clip that so I can send it to my writing group. Coincidentally, all TF2 fans. Anyway. Mostly because they've been like, we need people to play with, and I'm being a jobless bum. Am available to play when people are at work or school. And I appear to be on a better, more superior time zone than some people. I kid. Pacific is not a very good time zone sometimes. All joking aside, I do think the one super clear through line in Suda's work, even when it's not obvious and it comes at it from a million different angles, is honestly, man, Death sure is some wild shit, huh? People joke about how much his stint as an Undertaker influenced working out, but looking at his work and hearing him talk about death in interviews, no, legitimately that shit really did impact him so much of what he writes and makes, even when it doesn't seem like it. Yeah! It doesn't surprise me that he's afraid of ghosts because of that. And amuses me supremely that his wife made him play the other Fatal Frame games even though he was scared as shit. You have no idea how much that makes me happy, because I think that's fucking hilarious. Alright, we're gonna have to put some more bends in. Okay. If it's a little long, that's fine. Maybe that's 2. There we go. And they're not close enough? You know, that's not, I'm not doing a too bad job. I do think they do need to be a little bit closer though. So I'll pinch them closer up here. Alright. We'll probably cut it right here. I want to always be a little bit longer. We may also leave it so that I can stick it in the ground. Let's at least cut 2 more. And then we'll cut the curly cues. And we'll see where that takes us. On a common sense level, I can understand how someone who wrote Killer 7 could not be the biggest horror fan and specifically have a thing about ghosts, but it's also wild to me that the guy who wrote Killer 7 struggles with horror. My favorite story, and I tell it every time I do a stream like this. My favorite story is from an interview that they did with some of the director and or the what do you call it? Producer of Fatal Frame, where they got a whole bunch of like the horror creators all like sometimes like to hang out with each other. And I think I did actually see a picture someone posted recently, was a bunch of horror directors and or like survival horror directors all hanging out at like a bar, like all together. And my favorite story is how Mikami showed up for a go-kart race, won, and then left. He didn't stay to drink with the rest of them. That's my favorite story about Shinji Mikami. And, you know, as they said, he was never a guy that was like, you know, go for drinks after work, which, you know, is a part of the work structure sometimes. Not just in the corporate world, in Japan apparently. And I just found that hilarious. He just came in, won a go-kart, bounced. Shinji Mikami is the man. That's the man who gave us Resident Evil. But it was the women of Capcom who gave us Daddy Leon. Thank you, women of Capcom. Thank you very much. I appreciate the hard work it was to make him very handsome. Like, Suda bro, I saw the damn Curtis Blackburn cutscenes. You can't wuss out on horror, my guy. Shows up, wins go-karts forever, leaves without saying anything. King shit. That is Shinji Mikami. Absolute king shit. I agree. Speaking of horror games, and probably of varying quality, so Poppy Playtime did not end at Chapter 5, huh? They're going for a Chapter 6. There was a part of me that was thinking there's no way they're gonna be able to resolve all that story. So we're gonna be probably another 1.5 years out before I touch the game, because there's no fucking way I'm playing that game unless it's all, like, that story, just that story is done. There's no reason for me to touch it. Because I want to watch the story as a continuous narrative to see if it's good. Because, you know, I'm not about the chapter lifestyle. There are certain games that I think, you know, they have to be portioned out because of just the scope. Sure, that's great. But I don't know, man. How about that chapter 5? I'm sorry. You know, like, I'm sorry for anybody who thought that was going to be the last chapter. I really do feel bad. I know you're really, really looking forward to it. But, you know, I'm not one of those kind of people who, you know, in particularly, participates in things like, why aren't you turning? There we go. Why aren't you bending? I don't really participate in the ARG stuff because, like, I mean, I've done one. I did a very old one once. And, like, yeah, sure, it's cool and everything, but, like, if you weren't there, if it's not for, like, you know, like, supplemental stuff, I feel bad for people who are going to come into it later, right? And have to experience it secondhand. Like, that, if your main story requires supplementary material, then your main story is partially supplementary material, and I feel bad about people who, you have to deal with that. I'm not gonna do too many spoilers. I wanted to talk spoilers, but I feel really bad about it, so I'm not. But, I feel really bad for some of you fans. I feel really bad. I feel bad for a certain character's fans. Like, oh, dude, damn. Mob did you guys dirty. I'm so sorry. Mob hurt you guys. You can join a class action lawsuit for it. I mean, don't actually do a class action lawsuit. That would be stupid, but, you know, like, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. That's all I'm gonna say about that. I feel bad. I'm sorry. However, I feel like the speedrunning is gonna be fun. Alright, this is the one. I think when we do this, we're gonna wire it. So it looks like the back leaf is shorter and it curls backwards. This one is longer and it's gonna curl forwards. We're gonna wire both of them though. There we go. I think we're getting it. It's a little longer than I want. You know, it's I don't hate it. I kind of like it being a little different. It's a little long on the curve though. Okay, how long? That looks like at least about that much, maybe? Do it longer, you can always cut shorter. Where the hell did my snippers go? Actually, hold on. That feels a little strong. Maybe we need to go thinner. Oh, I'm almost out of this stuff. Okay. We're gonna measure this much. And clip. And then we're gonna measure a little bit and clip. I was looking forward to another indie game, but, like, some of the choices I feel that the dev was making... They're a young single dev. So, you know, I can't completely hold it against them, but, they're making some very choices in how people react to their game. And, I wish them the best, is what I'm gonna say. I was originally gonna play it last October. They had a demo out. I was gonna actually play it, and I did not, because they did some things that I didn't quite agree with when it came to a type of monetization before the game came out. And, yeah, and then things kind of got foobar, and I wonder if it went foobar because of those choices. When it came to releasing, because I had a release late. And that's all I'm going to say about that. I do have a key, because I did pre-order it. I feel I paid a little much for it. Darn it! Roll! Ah, I made it worse. So I don't think I'm going to be playing it. Because if I did, I feel like I'd be more negative than I think the dev can handle. And I don't want to do that. That's not my place to do that. So instead, I gotta get the program for my 3DS capture to go, because there is a game on my 3DS that I want to play with you guys. And yes, it was gonna be... Okay, I think that's as good as we're gonna get. That's fine! What you do is you take this and then you roll it, and when you roll it, it's like rolling clay, and it straightens it out, and it's not doing it. I don't know why it does that! Okay. I think we're gonna cut it right around here. I don't know what we're gonna do for Halloween this coming year. Maybe we'll do a Fatal Frame. There was a DS game. Okay. I'm trying to figure out what the shape is. Okay. 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 And it's more like a chip. Like this, I think. Ah! You know what I would like to see is a remake, but I don't think they can. And that's the reason why we have Resident Evil. As I feel it's probably a movie rights issue. But I would love to see a modern Sweet Home. Like, wouldn't that be sick? Like I said, I believe probably there's some wacky rights issues. Because if I remember correctly, unless somebody was just making shit up, and, you know, it is the internet, people make shit up all the time. Resident Evil 1 was meant to be a Sweet Home remake. I feel like that's too long. Maybe we could use it for the back one, though. Are you okay? Okay, hold on. I have... Let's... I can't see that. There we go. It's gonna be very thin. And then out. Can we see it? Okay. You guys can see it better than I can see it, which is funny. Because I'm actually here, IRL. Okay. Let's try this. All right. Thinking of all the games I want to stream and all the games I just want to play. Man, there's a lot of games coming out this year. I'm kind of interested in Pragmata. But I don't know if I'm gonna need to learn how to shoot. Because, you know, aforementioned, I suck at shooting. Ah! We just need to cut. Hey, base. Ah! My fingers! Okay. I feel if we were to do this... needs to be thicker. It's possibly true, but never been confirmed, but never been denied. Yeah, it was a very early on thing. Like, it was super early. Like, that wasn't, like, something, like... I think it needs to be bigger. So we're gonna do this. In the service. Of... nice small pizza rolls. Concept for the first person. Ah, come on, chat. Move. Was gonna be with initially. You don't know if you want to see a modern one? I mean, like... I like the story. The story would be really good to, like, revisit, in my opinion. Permadeath. I want to keep the permadeath. I mean, you know, Capcom Hard exists, but, like, Capcom Hard. Would be cool. I like the story. I just think I would like to see the story enjoyed by more people. Ah! Where are you? Okay. It's a good story. It's a really good story. Pixel remaster? I mean, I guess. Like I said, I really think that the story is really good. So, like, taking, like, you know, how dark modern RE games are, and, like, really ramping up the claustrophobia. But then if you ask me, would I want, like a full remake of a game like Eve, and I would say fuck no, so... I understand. You know, I understand that side of it. Although, to be completely honest, I would rather a live-action remake of Eve than I would have live-action Fatal Frame, which is still, I believe, in Devel Hell. I just don't think it's an idea that we should be pursuing. I think I need a longer wire. Darn it! Don't have much of this one left. Alright, we're gonna put you over here. And you go to Oblivion! But yeah, permadeath. Wouldn't be Sweet Home, Silent Hill. Wouldn't be Sweet Home without permadeath. It wouldn't. If I had to have one person die in that whole game, it would probably be the girl with the vacuum, even though I really wouldn't want to, because I kind of like her as a character, but, like... You can't really do it with, what was her name? Amy, the girl, because she has the key, and then Dad has the lighter, and then there's the dude with the camera. You can't really do that. And then there's the nurse. You don't want to lose the nurse. God, no. Because, like... Because in order for you, if somebody died, right, you had to find items that would replace their role. And holy cow, no, dude, losing the healer? Negative buenos. Losing the healer is the worst thing. I have too much glue. Scrape, scrape, scrape. There you are. I can see this in my head working, that, like, I'm doing it, and I'm like, it's not doing the thing. Okay. Push with my nail. Into the back. Open. Ah! No, no, it's all gone to hell. Kinda. Could that work? An original theatrical cut of the movie before the reshoots. Oh, yeah. Now, one of those people who thinks the recut, reshot heavy movie is terrible. Grand final moment. When the baby is returned to her. Yeah. The film's general tone and atmosphere really changed as much as it's said to have. Yeah, that's true. All right. Are you gonna look good? Oh, hang on. Ah! Ah! Fuck it. We're playing this one. I don't want to scroll all the way up. We're doing Christmas. Okay. If I do it here. Okay, hold on. You know what I need? I need like a styrofoam board to just poke it into. Ah! My fingers were sticking. I don't think this is thick enough, actually. I think this needs to be a thicker piece. Yeah, it needs to be thicker. It needs to be way thicker. Okay. Thicker, and I think for this one though, I might cut it and then we'll still use it. It's thinner, but we're gonna whoops. We're gonna mess everything up. I'm gonna flip everything over. We're gonna just do this. Never accepted. It's never happening, and that cut of the film is gone forever, of course. Impossible white whales for the lost stuff. The 1990 Tokyo Show Sonic prototype. Oh, yeah, I know. I know what you mean. We all have our lost media that makes us wish. You know, the husband got one of his, though. You know, lucky him. He got Lensman. They found the Lensman anime. Despite the fact that the family estate wanted it gone, somebody found it. Okay. Alright, hold on. Where is that roll? Okay. I'm running out of this good stuff. Wheat. At least I know where I can get it. LeahGriffith.com, I think. I was actually looking at my flower books last night. How to make flower shit. Okay, hold on. Can we use some Sense and Sensibility, Dio? Oh, I just knocked over all my stuff. I have, like, new washi tape holders, but I've got, like, 5 towers. And here's one of them. This is, the one I got for my splat planner. And it works so well, but it doesn't fit all of my splat tape. It's, like, missing 2 rolls because I have that much. But I like these, but I need more. I have this one that I thought was gonna fit, like, my thinnest ones, but, like, the bar is a little bit too thick. So I have this one. I think I'm gonna need to get one that's just a rod. I also put my pens in it, because it helps. I think I'm gonna have to just draw a model. Okay. And it's gonna be that. And like that. Okay, no. Just one on, just a chip there. Down. And then like that. And then like that. I think that's gonna be a better leaf, maybe. I think maybe this needs to be taller though. If not, we can cut it later. Okay. Templates! Save you time! You'd think I would have learned that one year that I did that Genshin plant and I didn't plan and I had to take 2 streams to do it. You'd think I'd learn. No, I don't learn. I'm dumb as shit. little thicker. I might cut it a little thicker when we get to it then. I was thinking about flowers I want to make. I've always wanted to make the Galbana lilies from Final Fantasy XII, because I've never done those. They're just red lilies, so they'd be like the Aerith flowers. Alright, so let's... If we were to do this and curl it. Really curl it. Would it look like what I want? I think so. I think it needs to be a little bit thicker. That's just about there. I don't know if I have any white whales of, like, lost media. Other than video games that never got finished. Which I don't think is, like, the same thing. It's a little different, honestly. Video games I would like to have a sequel for. Aforementioned satisfying conclusion to Legacy of Kain. Answering some mysteries. Good gameplay. And, you know, like, finish the damn series before... Because we've already lost 2 voice actors, have we not? Rene Auberjonois? I could never remember how to say his... how to pronounce his name. He passed. Hasn't he? Yeah, he passed like a few years ago. So, Janos is gone. And Tony J passed many years ago. He was the Elder God. He was Megabyte and Reboot. All around great voice. I do not want an imposter. I don't want, like, AI redo. I want someone to just roll up in there to do a Tony J-esque voice and leave it at that. You don't be exactly like Tony. You can be similar to Tony. But I don't want someone to, like, AI put him in. That's not what I want. That's not what he would want. Just someone who gets really close and just pitch it down. Who's doing Mortanius these days? Richard Doyle? Maybe get Richard do it. Because that'd be funny, because Tony J also voiced Mortanius before the Elder God existed. And if I'm correct, Richard Doyle, who does do Mortanius, if they just had him and then you just pitch it down for the Elder God, that would be kind of an interesting recursive thing. Oh shit, I'm not even paying attention. Dio! What are you doing? Making a mess. But we're not gonna have Michael around forever. Michael Bell, who does Raziel. Now, admittedly, Raziel's in the sword now. 20 years later, here's spoilers. Raziel's in the sword now, so he may not be talking all that much. I think we're gonna have Simon around, who does Kain a little bit longer.
Look, now I'll dance the melody, got the organ.
But we're not gonna, I mean, if we need Raziel, we're not gonna have Michael Bell around forever. Don't think we're gonna need Anna Gunn, because I think Ariel's done, unless we're gonna do some more time travel shenanigans, which is always possible, because it is Legacy of Kain. But yeah, I mean... He does Mobius. I don't remember off the top of my head. He's dead, though. Good fucking riddance. Motherfucker. I hate Mobius as a character, but he's a great fucking, like, antagonist. He was always a great antagonist. Fuck that guy! Oh, so satisfying watching his last scenes in Defiance. That was great. That was great. I wonder what you would say if you knew you were worshipping a giant squid. Oh, Sassy Raziel was one of my favorite parts of Legacy of Kain, is Sassy Raziel. Okay, come on. I had too much glue on there. part easy. Or cleanly. I don't know if we're gonna... Oop, 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 it's tearing. Alright. Alright. We're gonna just, there we go. Snip the top a little bit. Just the tip. Oh, please don't tear. What happens if I do this? Actually, hold on. Hold on, hold on, hold on. That's all dry. Of course. We could double paint it. Here we go. We could do this. And that actually wouldn't be too bad. Oh no, it's bad. It's bad. Oh, okay, maybe not. I was gonna say it's bad. It disappeared. I can't see it anymore. We're in trouble. Dang it. There's glue on here. I can't get it off. Okay, hang on a sec. Have I ruined it all? Well, okay, yeah. It doesn't get applied to things that are laws, it's just difficult to access. No, I know that's... I don't think it's bastardized. I think it is a correct assumption. If you cannot have it, it is lost. Whether or not you have no access or not, it's still the same. I think it's the same word. It is the same concept. I can't see. I cannot see. I gotta actually hold it up to the light. Access means lost. Ah, I just stabbed myself. Ah, shit. Okay, here we go. Where are the notches? I can't see it. I can't see it. I mean, yeah, but I mean, there's always going to be people who think one thing or another and they're always wrong. You can't blame a term for people. You just call the people for what they are. It's not the term's fault. It's not the language's fault. That's what Merriam-Webster taught me. You think it's 6 and 7's, you know, idea that they wanted to be veified like this? No, I'm pretty sure 6 and 7 wanted to be known like 6 and 9. There we go. You know, you feel him like how I feel about Tartar. I get it, yeah. And it is a different feeling. It is a different feeling than how I feel about GLaDOS. I hate GLaDOS. I have never hated somebody more than I hate GLaDOS. Okay, yeah. And then we're gonna just... Whoop. I hate GLaDOS. I will never like GLaDOS, and that's why I'll never play Portal. Because I hate GLaDOS. GLaDOS sucks. I don't like her. GLaDOS is one of the worst things to have ever happened to anybody. You will never make me like her. I will never feel sorry for her. She should have stayed in the goddamn potato. Sorry, I'm picking this because I like the cover. GLaDOS is a whore and I hate her. I will always hate her. If the GLaDOS no longer has a hater, it means I'm dead. Okay, we're gonna need you to very carefully. I like the administrator more than I like GLaDOS. I tolerate the administrator more than I tolerate GLaDOS. And I don't like the administrator. prefer Hojo from Final Fantasy VII, the vile human being that he is, over GLaDOS. That's how much I hate GLaDOS. And I never liked Hojo. But I also don't like Hojo for other reasons. I hate, yeah, if GLaDOS no longer has haters, it means I'm dead. Honestly. I think we're getting there. What do you think, chat? I think it needs to be up. I think these need to be closer together and smaller, but you know what? We're at the point we're at right now, I think we're fine. Where is my tip? You go over here. My reasons to be fair, my reasons for disliking GLaDOS are also valid. Yes, my reasons for disliking GLaDOS is it is a white woman who decided to make her bad life some other person's problem, and that other person is another brown woman. I don't care if you want your toxic Yuri. That is a toxic Yuri I don't accept. And she also additionally calls the brown woman overweight. How fucking dare you? Why does anybody like a Karen? She's a Karen. I'm not saying what happened to her she deserved. What I'm saying is that it's no reason to just dump it on Shell. If GLaDOS has no haters, it means I'm dead. I will always hate GLaDOS. GLaDOS is like, I hate her. Terrible person. Terrible villain. Ew, I wrote a song for you, now get out of my sight. Fucking bitch! Anyway. I do want to do an administrator costume one day, though, for TF2. I would love to be the administrator. I want to be the administrator because I also want to, like, take pictures with Miss Paulings. Because I love Miss Pauling. I think Miss Pauling is, like... I would say my lesbian awakening, but we all know that was Haruka from Sailor Moon. Okay. And then like that. That's how you feel about Bakugo. Yeah, no, for real. I understand that. But I feel like some people feel that way about, like, Jason Todd. And I like Jason Todd, so, you know. What do I know? I don't actually know people feel that way about Jason Todd. I don't know why that name popped in my head. Can you imagine people hating you so much that they actually voted to kill you? Like, holy shit. If there's anything I feel about Jason Todd is how sorry I feel for him. I like Jason Todd. I like Red Hood. I also like Damien, but I prefer Damien when he's hanging out with Jonathan Kent. That's code words for I miss old school Super Sons and I hate what they did with Jonathan Kent. I think the neck is too long, I feel like. It's out of proportion with the head, but you know, it fits. Okay. I think I got it. And then when I stick it in the ground, it'll be like that much shorter. It's not bad. The optics of GLaDOS and Shell's designs when paired with their dynamic is... Now, I don't think it was a deliberate malice or bigotry, but it's not a great look. Okay. I was in a Discord where they spent an hour debating and looking for proof that the TF2 boys have ass. And the conclusion was, sadly, we came to the conclusion is that, no, they don't. However, it's because the designers did not think of Bara in mind when they designed them. Ergo, Toxic Yuri was also not on their mind and the optics of bad Toxic Yuri. I will give the devs credit for that. Who looks at their own series and goes, I think I'm gonna see some Toxic Yaoi and Yuri in this? Very few. Only the fan artists see that. We should do that more. We should become such rich, powerful haters and posters that more properties kill characters who suck off. This is my TED Talk. I feel bad about, him dying, because I don't think he needed to. I also think a lot of people just honestly thought that they were going to be the only ones voting for Jason Todd to die. And it just happened to a lot of people. Just decided they were just going to let this poor kid die. It turned out, you know what? In the grander scheme of things, I think it makes Jason Todd a much more interesting character, though. So. Heresy to say, but, he needed to die before he could become who he truly was. An absolute badass in the Bat family. Alright, so yeah, I think overall, I feel like I might later redo the leaves, but that's not bad. That's actually pretty fucking good. There we go. Yeah, I think that's it. I think I've made... Oh, I didn't actually say what this was. It's called a... What is this called? Did I close the window? It's called Souled Grass. It's from Immortal Life. It looks like that. There are, like, 2 more variations of it. So it's like a wuxia flower. From, like... I don't know if there's dating elements in this game either. But it might be a farming game I'm gonna try. Speaking of farming games, I think I want to actually do flowers from Pumpkin Panic. Not this round, but, like, another time. But I need better pictures because no one has pictures. I also found out that the dev's not updating the game anymore. They just... Something happened and they didn't want to work on the game anymore, which is unfortunate. I hate how that happens sometimes. You lose your passion for something that's really good. I hope they come out and make another game, though, because Pumpkin Panic was really good. I want to do some flowers from it. The TF2 designers did not have Bara in mind. Explain Heavy, then! But he doesn't have a juicy ass! And that's... You can't do Bara without juicy ass. And, like, the sad thing is, like, for all of the acrobatics that Scout has, Scout should have an ass like Nightwing. And it's just... flat. Now, Spy having a concave ass makes sense. The guy's a stick bug. Someone who should have somewhat of an ass is Sniper. He's on it all the time, right? This is the logic that someone should put in. But no, you're right. I mean, Heavy is Bara as fuck. Even with the spare tire, it is pretty Bara. You know who's also Bara? I think Demo's pretty Bara. But Demo's like a triangle. He also... Oh, I also did note it when they were bringing up, like, parts from the comic, which has an inconsistent style, which, I don't think actually helps. They gave Demo a good juicy ass in some of those panels, so I gotta give him that. I think that the implication was that Demo has the best ass. I'm not arguing that. I think Demo should have one of the best asses in the game. Look at him! Triangle with a bubble butt. That's doing God's work, is what I'm saying. It's God's work. Heavy's juicy ass is an indomitable spirit. Anyone claiming to be a connoisseur of yaoi would know that. Honestly, they got pretty heated, I will say. And I think in the end, we just came to the conclusion that we're the ones who have to give them their juicy asses. And I have no problem with that. I know there was a lot of discussion that we can't see Medic's ass because of the tailcoat. I mean, it's just, not that that matters to me. He's a doctor. If he wanted a better ass, he'd give himself a better ass, let's be honest. Is this against TOS, Twitch? Am I allowed to talk about juicy ass? Anyway, so that'll be probably tomorrow's flower. Here, let me show you the Resident Evil flowers. Those are gonna go up the day Requiem comes out. Which I don't remember. Is Requiem coming out the 27th or the 28th? Let me take a look. When is... Okay, RE... I searched it yesterday. You'd think I fucking remember. Resident Evil 9. February 27th. So... so I'll post these the 27th. Let's lift this up a little bit. Actually, I can show you these. They're dusty, though. These are my survival horror flowers. I don't have the Fatal Frame one in here, but, this is, as far as I can ever found, the closest I could get to White Claudia, which is the flower they made the drug in for, Silent Hill 1. I think this is a little long, but it's kind of close. It's the only flower I have for Silent Hill at the moment, because we don't talk about the other games. This is a one I made for Siren. Also, this game does not have very many good pictures of it. It's like based off the Queen of the Night. It's also pretty old. Hold on. Oh wow, that halo disappeared. This one was, it's old. I think I'd like to do it again. Probably the same way, just a little bit more, durable. You can see the dust. There's a little root system. Same thing I did with the Nern root I made, which is one of my favorites. It still glows! It has glow-in-the-dark paint that no longer is good. But, you can kind of see in there. I'd like to redo this in crepe paper. But this is the closest I could get from, like, in-game shots, and you don't get very many. Okay, now these are based on, as far as I can remember, Resident Evil 2 Remake. So, here's the green herb. These need to be dusted so fucking bad. I would like to do these again in crepe paper. What a fucking surprise. Super dusty. Also, I made, like, the branches exactly the same. I think I should, like, connect them and then branch it. But these are based off of that design, so it's a little bit more like a fern. Which means that they're a pain in the ass to make. It's my green herb. My dank herb. We're gonna put you over here on the keyboard. Here's the blue herb, which are more like... They're more like little tiny flowers in a bundle on stalks. So I made them like that. I probably should make, like, all the iterations. That would be kind of fun. But most of them are going to kind of look the same anyway, just in different colors. Here's the red herb. I think it's a little big in comparison, but, like, it had, like... Okay, hold on. Let me look online and see if we can't find one with all of it. Unless I have it somewhere. If I do on my phone, it's going to take too long. All of here. And I'll switch the song while I'm at it. Here, you can look at these all up close. First things first. Pick another song. Scroll, 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 scroll. Click. Oh! Nope. Can't do that. Because I completely went back. Here we go. There we go. I closed my eyes and I picked. What did I pick? Third Machine. Excellent. Cool. It's in the same style as we've been listening to. Okay. Resident Evil 2 Remake. Herbs. Herbs. Images. Do they have one with all three? Oh, they do. This one have all three? Oh, sweet. Save as. Save. Alright, and we're gonna... Image. Oh, no, I don't want to turn you off. I wanted to change you. And it's gonna be gigantic, watch. Eh? Oh. Cancel. What went wrong? Alright, hold on. Oh, I see. Okay, they're... Oh. Okay. Oh, I see. You do not want to show me. Okay, that has all three, but I can't. For some reason, it doesn't want to let me. Can I grab it? Let's do this. Hold on. No! Okay, hold on. Open image in a new tab. What do you got for me, Rick Astley? Alright, let's see if that works. Browse. Open. Aha! And it's gigantic, as I said. Oh shit, it's hella gigantic. There we go. Oh, it's only one? What the hell? Oh no. Did I only get 2 of them? Where's the green one? Oh my god, this is gonna take forever. Green, are you there? Okay, here we go. There we go. So you can kind of see what I was working with. Okay. Yeah, you can kind of see what I'm working with. So, you know, this is the one that I thought was gonna fade because it's tissue paper, and it doesn't really look like that maroon, but I might add a little bit more wire on it. But so there's the red herb. I like how leafy, like it's a like how this looks like a vine, and then this is more like a fern. And then the blue herb, as you can see. I probably should curl the tops. They didn't fade like I thought they would, though. It's like this one, you can kind of see. They're kind of round at the top. Oh, you can't see my mouse, but yeah, they're kind of round at the top. Anyway, I made those like 4 years ago. I think I made the green herb like way before that, though. And I don't have it, but there's a card for, if I remember correctly, the yellow herb from Resident Evil 4. The original Resident Evil 4 looked like basil leaves, so that's what I did here. Because I believe in the remake, it's just a yellow version of the green herb, and I wasn't about life. So, that's the yellow herb. If I have time to do it, maybe I'll do all the versions. But like, I feel like most of them are just gonna be like this shape, just in different colors. Which, you know, maybe less work, maybe more work. I don't know. But yeah, those are gonna go up if we get good weather. It's been kind of cloudy recently. Those are gonna go up hopefully on the 27th. I'll take another look and see if they've like, I'm pretty sure I saw herbs in one of the trailers for Requiem, which is 9, and that means I'm gonna have to like take a screenshot. We'll see. If I'm feeling lazy, I gotta start moving the room anyway. But yeah, I mean, if you look at this, that kind of looks cool. The whole thing with the Silent Hill and the siren flowers, and Fatal Frame would probably be like purple clematis and the red spider lily. I think I did the red spider lily earlier this year. For Valentine's Day, I did red flowers, so I'm kind of excited about that. So that means if this is tomorrow, Soulgrass is tomorrow, I just need to get 2 flowers. One for the 26th and one for the 28th. I don't know. Before we go, I'll be right back. I'm going to show you, I have a conundrum. We'll see. Okay, Jack. I can change songs. Is it over? I have a dilemma. I should do more Plants vs. Zombies. This poor guy got all messed up. My blower, which actually spins. I think I got crushed behind a chair. It spins. That's not what we're here for. Music before we go. Click, click, click. Back. I'm getting blinded by my... I'm just clicking random. Songs I've never played on stream, too. So. I've done this, right? It's folded. It's a Plants vs. Zombies, which is like a 2D thing that I wanted to do a little bit more dimensionally, as you can see. I did this. They're like squares, and then you push them in and they get roughly, right? I did this and I was like, this would be really cool for a Minecraft flower, right? Now here's my dilemma. I want to do a Minecraft flower in that same style, but I guess I would have to do it 2D, and each pixel is a different piece of tissue paper. Do I do it flat like that? Because they look, you know, different. Hold on. Minecraft flowers. Alright. Give me an image search that ain't gonna fuck me over. I think this will suffice for what I'm looking for. No. Let's see. I just need a picture of Minecraft flowers. Please. Internet search. Open image in a new tab. There we go. Save image as. That'll do. Image. Double click. Browse. Open this one. Okay. Alright, yeah, that's not fucking wacky. Okay. I could do it like this, where it's like flat, and then... I'm blinding myself with this light. And then, like, each of the pixels, so if you look at that sunflower there, we do it like that, right? We just... That would be cool. However, I want to do... But if you can see, like, they look like two pieces of paper. Like, this song played earlier. Oh, I wasn't paying attention. It's like a cross, right? When you put two pieces of paper onto each other, right? So you have like two pieces of paper slitted, and then you just kind of... They look like this, right? I know it's voxel, but this is what they look like too. But then I don't think I can do that same thing going on here for each pixel if I were to do it like this, because then you're going to be able to view it from multiple sides. So do I do it straight flat, which works for some of these flowers? So that yellow one is a sunflower. It would work for the sunflower. This purple one up here, down here, not next to that bush, and you see there's like a blue one and then there's a purple one. I could do it for that. That's an alien, which is like a... I think it comes from a garlic plant, if I actually remember. I could do it flat. But then, like, eye blossoms exist, which, like, not only look kind of like this, right? But they open, which is, like, the coolest thing about them. They're a new flower in Minecraft. I don't know anybody else plays Minecraft. I don't play Minecraft. So I don't know how to resolve it. I've been thinking all month, because I do want to do something from Minecraft. Like, do I do it like that? Do I just do it flat with the paper sticking out? Or do I try to find a way to, like, do it where it's, like, two, but then you can only view it from the front? Because I don't want to do the, you know, do it on all sides. I don't know. I haven't figured it out yet. And I really want to. Like, I really want to, but I'm running out of time. You know, I want to actually, I'm going to be gone all day on Saturday, which is the 28th. I'm going to be gone all day. I don't want to have to, like, rush it to take, I mean, I'd rather have something to take a picture and then be able to post it. So, I haven't really solved my problem with the Minecraft flowers. A bunch of them would look fine flat. But on the off chance I want to do ones that aren't, I don't know how I'd approach it. And that's probably why I haven't done a Minecraft flower yet. Doing it flat would be okay, I just... There's no way for me to do the eye blossom otherwise. Like, ones that have compacted... I don't know. I haven't decided yet. If I do one, it's either going to be the sunflower or it's going to be the allium. I know I said that wrong. It's not going to be the ones that I want to do. So, I don't know. I have a day or so. I'm going to be gone half the day tomorrow, and then probably D&D in the evening, so I do it then. I don't know. What I do know is that I'm glad to know I didn't burn out on flowers. It literally just has been time. You know, it's surgery, birthday, getting sick after surgery. You know. Anyway. That's tonight. Thursday, we're gonna finish Fatal Frame 2. We're gonna finish the hard mode, ending. Maybe, what do you guys think? Do you want to watch some of the other endings on YouTube? We could do that. Like, we could watch, I don't have a problem with, like, watching the Xbox exclusive, which is the Promise ending. We could watch that on YouTube. And then I think I want to hold the Deep, they're calling it a remake because the remake has a name. It's Deep Crimson Butterfly. Deep Crimson Butterfly has 2 extra endings, which I am fairly certain they're gonna put in the remake. They're gonna put in the remaster. Very certain they're gonna do that. So, I don't want to give those away. Because those endings are interesting. I'm not saying they're bad. They're actually really good endings, but they're also emotional damage endings. So, we'll see how long it takes to beat the rest of Fatal Frame 2. We are halfway through the game because we were kind of schmoovin'. We're not gonna do we're not doing the Surveyor's Quest because we had already done that last year or the year before. 2 years ago now. Yeah, it was 2 years ago that we did the Fatal Frame 2 lore through where we did almost everything. Those are definitely already as VODs on my channel. I have to upload all of last month's. I haven't done that yet. Sorry. There's a lot of Monster Hunter that's missing. But we should be able to, at the very least, get to the end and run that final gauntlet. We're gonna take our time on that gauntlet. And we're gonna fight all the mourners because it's just so annoying to... We're gonna fight almost all the mourners. We may skip one because it's really annoying to try and skip all the mourners. So... You know... and then fighting the Kusabi, and then fighting Sai. Sai is the one I'm just like... I haven't done it in such a long time, so we may fuck up a couple times. But yeah, that'll be the Hellish Abyss ending, and then maybe we'll watch the Promise ending on YouTube. But I'm gonna save Frozen Butterfly and Shadow Festival, I think is what the other one is called. We'll save that. We've seen the Crimson Butterfly, we've seen the default ending, we've seen the Leave ending. Lost House, which is where you just fucking ditch Mayu. So if you need a refresher on those, we could probably watch them. We can watch them as a refresher too. But yeah, okay. So it sounds like we'll watch Promise. We'll watch Promise online, and then we'll see where the remake takes us. If things go right, we will definitely play the demo because I believe the demo comes out that same day, the following week, next week. Let me see. When I think they said the 5th. Yeah, it says the 5th. Let me double check. Fatal Frame 2 Remaster. Is it remaster? I didn't even spell it right. Remaster. When's it coming out? 12th. Demo. I wonder what the demo is. I've never heard of this game having a demo. When is the demo? Yeah, no. Go back. I can't see. March 5th. Yeah, so that Thursday we should have it. Do you guys want to see the... Do you guys want to see the teaser? Oh, there's like PlayStation 5 gameplay. Oh, it's 11 minutes. No, do we have a... We'll watch it before we do the demo then. We'll definitely watch it before we do the demo. And we'll definitely do that. So that will be next week, it looks like. Yeah, that is next week. We're going to play the demo. And the game comes out, I believe, the 12th, which is the Thursday. Okay, I didn't even spell this right. There we go. Take the word demo out. I think it did say the 12th. When's it coming out? I don't want to verify my age. I'm old. It definitely comes out that week. So we will probably be, sadly, streaming that from my living room. And I don't know how well that's going to go, because I will be having Windows installed. And I don't think my cord goes all the way to the living room. I could technically stream. We're going to stream the day it comes out, one way or another. I could stream on the kitchen table. Oh, that's going to be wacky. That's going to be so wacky. But yeah, we're gonna definitely be streaming day of when it comes out. Definitely the demo. We're gonna stream, and we're gonna just take our fucking time. Because I've been waiting for playing that. Oh, everybody pray. Give me good praise that we're gonna get the haunted house mode. Because that also has like semi-lore, because there's a character in there that only shows up in that mode. And I can't imagine a remake without Kureha. Anyway, I'll see you guys next Thursday. No more flowers. We only did flowers this one time. I was sick. So, hey. So yeah, I'll see you guys I'll see you guys Thursday. We're going to finish up Fatal Frame 2 on the PlayStation. Watch a couple of episodes. And then I will see you guys for Demo Day. Fatal Frame 2 Remake Demo Day. Remaster. Whatever the hell it is. And then we're going to see from there. We're going to do our best. Because this game is my baby. If you need a refresher on all those, you can check... does my Twitch have my YouTube? My Twitch should have my YouTube. The VODs are on there. You just got to scroll. I have one VODs playlist. Just check it out. So you guys have a good night. You have a good rest of your day. I'll see you guys Thursday. Night.